Well, Kyle, we haven't spoken to you since you had your last fight.
Yeah.
That must have been so pleasing because you had to wait so long for it.
Yeah.
You went out there and it wasn't an easy fight.
No, it wasn't an easy fight, and no fight in the UFC is going to be easy.
Yeah.
But all my experiences, in my career it's all been a learning curve, and that's what prepared me so well for my debut. So yeah, it couldn't have gone, I guess, any better. Winning and receiving fight of the night.
Yeah.
So for my debut to put on a performance like that and show my whole game, not just people just striking knockouts, but they got to see a bit more than that. Getting out of submissions, going through adversity. When I got clipped in that first round, I wasn't hurt. People say, "Oh, you did that hurt?" It's like it was a flash knockdown, so you could see right away I was still there. I was alert. I was still defending, and then I won every round unanimously. So that means I was pretty dominant in that whole fight. One or two cases where I got caught in things, but we got out of it, and we got the win. And after the fight, he ended up in hospital for concussion, and I was medically cleared to fight again. So yeah.
Well, every fight's a bit physical, but the physicality in that fight was tremendous, wasn't it? Because you had to use a lot of strength to get out of the ground game a lot of times. You must have been real happy with the way you could perform.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to you before, you said about it was expensive to have your dietitian on board and everything, but that paid off big time, do you think?
Definitely. Leading up to the fight on fight week, I've never been so light in my whole fight career and ate so much food on fight week. So it was a weird thing for me, eating. I was second guessing when the nutritionist would give me food. I'm like, "Are you sure I can eat this?" And he's like, "Nah, trust me, you'll make weight." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
But it just was so rare to me because usually I'm starving, eating just like handfuls of like almonds and chicken breasts, and I was getting full on meals. So it was awesome, like having so much energy in fight week, having a lot of interviews, a lot of media attention on you, and you can just kind of go with it and not be just trying to get through it. You can actually enjoy the process, which is nice. And it was a perfect kind of lead up towards the fight. My weight cut, I only had to do a kg in the bath on weigh-in day, so it was less than an hour we were on weight. I was eating blueberries before I weighed in. So it was a dream weight cut, no stress, and definitely worth the money. And I'll do it again. Yeah.
Cool. And good way to end the year, and you get a chance to start the year off on a good note, right first show up. So So do you keep your weight down a little bit right through now, or do you fluctuate a little bit?
Yeah, so it's a quick turnaround. From going into Melbourne February 10th, but it's exactly what we wanted. So after the fight, press conference, I was saying I want a quick turnaround, and they pretty much, when I landed back in Auckland, Eugene got a message saying they want me on the Melbourne card. So it's nice to know that I still have a job when two other flyweights got cut from that show in Adelaide. So it's reassuring, and it means that they still want me and the flyweights are still alive. This fight's happening after the title fight against Henry Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw, and there was rumours saying that was the last fight. TJ wins, he'll kill off the division. If Henry wins, they keep the division. But my fight's after that, so hopefully that my fight showcased why they should keep the flyweight division in the UFC, and to be awarded with the fight of the night bonus shows that they're happy with my performance, and that possibly could have saved the division. But leading into next year, my weight's going to be staying the same. I had my Christmas, I had a little blowout on Christmas Day, but my weight's not too bad, so I could afford to do that. My nutritionist said I could enjoy the day, so he's happy with where my weight is right now. But I've pretty much been in camp the last 2 weeks, so from that 8-week point onwards towards the fight, we've been starting to get ready for my next opponent. He's a Brazilian. He'll be making his debut, 18-1, so he's got a good record. But if you look at his record, he hasn't fought the caliber of guys I've fought. All his fights have been in Brazil, except one, but it was against a Brazilian. He'll be coming in, hungry to make a statement. But Eugene feels confident in this matchup, and so do I. So I feel like this will showcase showcase all my skills in this fight, and hopefully it could be a fight of the night candidate as well. Yeah.
Was there any time in that?
Well, the triangle was getting tighter, but it was I slammed him at the right time, and then he went for my arm, which wasn't on.
Yeah.
He just was cranking for it, which is I anticipated that he would go for my arm, so I was already getting ready to defend it.
Yeah.
So when he did that, it released the neck, which was good because that was getting tighter, and then the arm bar was never on. I turned my arm before it was in danger. So.
Is it like in that heat? That keeping the cool head is the big thing.
Yeah, you don't want to be
panicking.
Yeah, you're still alive. You're still in it. So there's no point using extra energy and worrying about things. Just you already know what's happening. Well, you don't know what's happening, but your body knows what's happening because it's all muscle memory. So like positions, when it's happening so fast, scrambles in wrestling, you just naturally know where your body should be and where you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And you know when you're in danger and when you're not. So you've got to be always like
I think we all got a shock when he caught you early, because we thought that would be what you would be doing to him, basically.
Well, in the third round I caught him, I thought it was over when I dropped him off the uppercut. But he had a hard head, Mexican, so tough Mexican. Yeah. He had a good chin.
Yeah.
He put on a good performance for a week's notice.
Yeah.
I had that opponent.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good show. It was a shame that he got cut after that fight.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Because he was coming up for 2 losses now.
Yeah.
And that Ben won.
Oh,
The other flyweight.
he
got cut as well after his fight.
It's pretty
cut.
brutal.
Yeah, it's
life, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
cutthroat. So
Has anybody ever been dropped and got back in a year or two later? Or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lewis Smoker, he was a flyweight, and then he got called up not too long ago for the China card at bantamweight. So there's still like, even though you get cut, you get to 2 or 3 fights winning again, like on a win streak, and you could be back in the mix if they need you. So it's one of those things where just got to keep putting on good fights.
Yeah.
So if you put on a good performance, it'll keep you around.
Oh man, I'll tell you what it was.
Yeah,
we were up and down and up and
Everyone
down.
else says, oh, you get a heart attack.
Yeah, me and Shark were there, we were up off the seats and dude, look out.
By the end of it, you just relieved more.
Yeah.
By the third round, you kind of knew that.
Oh yeah. It had to be a lucky shot or something then, didn't it, from him? Yeah.
But he was fucked.
Yeah, he was.
had
Yeah,
nothing.
he
was
had.
that good. You could see after I got out of that triangle choke, he was kind of broken after that.
Yeah.
Like mentally, I got nothing left, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he was good to survive.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Brilliant, mate.
Cheers, mate. Well,
Okay.
Happy New Year and all the rest.
Yeah, thanks very much.
See you,
Yeah, same to you, mate.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Ready for your next one.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.